Okay, period. How you doing? Okay, so it is Tuesday today. It is late Tuesday. Yesterday was the 1st, so of course it was just running around paying a bunch of bills, getting everything started for the beginning of the month. Yeah, I dropped off everything at the Creative Reuse Center and they looked very overwhelmed, which is entirely reasonable for the amount of yarn that I gave them. But if you guys need some yarn and you're near the Creative Reuse Center in Rhode Island, they will have some for a while. I also spent a lot of yesterday just making product. We got our final numbers for what we're gonna project. Melissa and Emily on board and up to speed. Now it's just time to send them out some stuff. We're gonna try and do drop off and pick up this year just to reduce some of those little costs. Down the line, absolutely happy to do it, but just while we're getting started and getting some traction, I think it's very wise to be frugal with stuff. We're at a good spot, really good spot on rays, and we're at a pretty good spot on fidgets. Those are gonna be, I'm gonna put Mel in charge of making a lot of the fidgets. Yeah, we're gonna have to go guns a-blazing on this thing. So it's just kind of an exercise of like, what are the things that I should be doing and what are the things that I should be outsourcing, you know? And of course, all of that's complicated by money. As always, people are like, there's so many entrepreneurial whatever things that are like, is that a task worthy of you? Or like as a business owner, they're like, well, if that's a $20 an hour task, like you should be doing the $40 an hour. And it's like, well, I wish I had $40 an hour to give to somebody. So they could do that, but we kind of have to deal with what we got right now, and in the summer sales are always a little bit slow, especially when I'm not out there doing markets. But yeah, we're still finding traction online, so in the absence of me doing markets, we have wholesale, and a lot of those are net 90 or net 60, so you know, those orders are less frequent, they're larger, which is very good. We're still finding some room. There could be a little bit more, whatever, but you know what I mean. We're prepping for Snowport. I need to put in some work, and I have a limited capacity, so I need to figure out where's the best place to utilize me. You know, what are our highest ticket items? What are our more dynamic items that are harder to produce? How can I be a part of that in some way? That's what's up with that. I took Oscar to the vet this morning. He was squeaky clean, which is good. He did yowl at me the entire time on the way there, as my phone was overheating and my directions weren't working as I was on my way to the vet. And then Mel called me and then I couldn't pick up, and then it said that I declined the call, and then it was FaceTime, and then my whole phone started crashing as my cat was screaming in my ear. It was just one of those mornings. Came home, watched a little Bachelor in Paradise, and made some more rays. I think we're at 48 rays that I made in the last 2 days, and then for fidgets we had some left over that just weren't tagged and sorted and, you know, didn't have the keychain and stuff on them, so I think we're at 280 there. It's always good to have, I just want to have everything ready to go. Of course we're still waiting on tags. I can't button up everything until the tags are done, and I don't want to put on the product tags until all of the components are complete, just because those are the most fragile ones, and I want to make sure that, you know, they don't look busted and dinged and, you know, bad when they get to the consumer, or, you know, the wholesaler or whatever. So today is sticker time. Yeah, very fun, and also mildly scary, and that's okay. So we're gonna be printing those out, and then it's gonna be me troubleshooting the whole thing. It's gonna be me troubleshooting the whole thing. Come along and troubleshoot with me, I guess. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so step 1 will be printing out, so our cutting sheet is 12 by 12, but our sticker paper is 8.5 by 11. So, first step is to print out the stickers. We're gonna do PDF prints of them. We've put them all on a single, like as many as we can on a single page. So we're gonna download and then send that to our printer, which is loaded up with our sticker paper. Let's try JPEG, because I know that, or with like PNG or JPEG, you can, yeah, PNG is more high quality. So I'm gonna download that, and then I'll be able to use the built-in settings selector for this to make sure that we're printing like high quality. Photo paper glossy. Okay, period. Let's try that. There's ink all over my hands, and it just did not actually print on the photo printer. The thing about printers is that nothing ever goes smoothly. For anyone thinking this is an informative tutorial, A, I'm flattered, and B, I will be better at this soon, but right now we are in the, as the kids say, fucking around and finding out stage. Now I got a new Brother Scan and Cut paper because my other one is used for felt, and I think I should just have two because we have a lot of like felt decals that go on our tiny hats and stuff like that, so it makes sense for us to have one for felt. Okay, we have a couple of blemishes, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so next step is to let it dry for a little bit and then laminate it. So I have my lamination machine. I also have just little sheets. We're gonna have, I see why people do oops stickers now, especially those who make their own stickers. Blemishes and stuff on here. That's not bad. Welcome to learning in real time with me. So first of all, I bent this a little bit, but for the experiment, let's keep going. My goal now, let's take all this stuff off my desk. So my goal now is to laminate them. So we have this sheet here, keeping everything in from the middle. So hopefully that will be good. What I've seen a lot of people do in my research with this is to like give a little bit of sticker paper out, and then some people cut it, but I'm just gonna fold it and see if that works. It probably won't. There's probably a reason why people cut it, but let's see. Take my little squeegee here. Of course, there's already a cat hair in it. We're learning. So I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna kind of buff it out. Laminating these stickers will give them better durability and UV retention. Like the sun won't destroy it as much. Here. Okay, period. So we're gonna try to cut these out and see how that works. Like I have some bubbles in some of these, so I need to go a little slower. It's good intel. Okay, let's cut off the excess and see how it goes. Okay, so this is actually looking pretty promising. Of course, there's felt on there, but okay, let's see. So I should probably have some overage just in case if it's not like dead on that there's no real issue, but I'm surprised. Like, not that I didn't think that it would work, but like it's always cool. I think it's cool. Okay, here's the live moment of truth. We got them cut. Okay. Okay. This is very sticky, hey? Wow. Yeah, it's really peeling off the entire back of it. So, I don't know, it'll probably be one of those things where like I have to use it a couple more times and then it'll stop. But yeah, the back is like fully peeling off of them. This is a strong, I got the medium tack. I didn't expect it to be like this. This one is also just completely mangled at the back. That's okay. I guess we do have to do the light tack. Now we know. This is the experimentation part of the creative process, right? The stickers themselves are still perfectly fine. It's just the backs of them. I mean, you can see how, like, see the back of that? Yeah. We're Back with overage on, so I edited the photo itself and we added overage. It's kind of a duh, but I didn't do it. So we're gonna try again what works. So I'm gonna do that same thing where I just fold that top bit down, line it up best I can. And I saw somebody say go in with the, ooh, is that better? Go in with the hard part first of the scraper. I think once I run it through the laminator, all will be good, but we shall see. There's some bubbles. So printing turned out a lot better. I didn't change any settings, but I think it was just fussy because of the last print. I'm gonna trim off the excess here. Okay. I'll take that. That looks better. Me when I do things, and then I look better the second time I've done it. Okay. I also de-stuck my mat by quite literally someone just suggested sticking your hands all over it. So we're gonna try that. And I'm also gonna try a much lighter hand on the sticking it, and we'll see. Okay, so we did round 2, and I think it turned out a lot better. Oh, unless it just didn't cut all the way through. What? It's never done that before. The stickers look great. Girl, why did you not cut all the way through? What? Okay, but period on the stickers. It has never not cut all the way through before. I do not know why it is doing that. I guess if I ever needed to make a sticker sheet, this would be great. Yeah, I need to make the overage a little less, I think. That's pretty good. So honestly, I went to a Mexican restaurant last night that was just one of those like gentrified whatever the hell, and like they literally, I don't know what happened, but like I have celiac and I know what I can eat and what I can't eat normally, and I mentioned that I had celiac and everything. I felt so awful last night. Like I felt so horrendous. Like my stomach was like distended, which like happens when I have a reaction, and I just felt like stabbing pains in my stomach, and I had to go to bed like literally the second we got home. And I still kind of, I feel okay. I don't feel great. And for whatever reason, I do not feel great. I'm just going to finish up these last couple of stingrays that are here, or rays in general. Stingrays are the sand-colored ones, fun fact. But we have sand, we have these black ones here, which are mantas, and then the eagle rays are the spotted ones. Excuse me for spitting. Eagle rays are the spotted ones, mantas are the black ones. Stingrays are the sand-colored ones. But we have 9 extra here, so I think, make sure the count's right, but I believe that puts us at like 50 something, and I think we only need about 90 or 95 or whatever. So I don't know, I'm torn if I should power through on a singular pattern for, you know, all we need, or if I should vary it and do like a couple patterns, or a couple of different patterns, like a couple patterns a day, like, or, you know, a week or whatever. I should have my weekly quotas. And also sometimes it's good, I mean, honestly, all of the patterns, because I make them all. We don't use anyone else's patterns here. Everything's designed by me, so I know everything by heart at this point because I've been doing this for so long, and I've made hundreds of each of the things that we sell. But yeah, we should be good moving forward on rays. I might just finish out all the rays that we have to do and then kind of like put a checkbox by that and be like, we don't have to do any more rays this week, or like until snowport kind of thing. I feel like that would be good, but then again, like how do you budget that like time-wise? Because I do have a bunch of other things that I also have to do, and I have to have the budget for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rays here. Okay, so we have 10 rays on top of, all right, let's add them to our other pile of rays, because I brought all of my rays in. So we have 10 on my arms, and then we have that many there. Let's count them. My fidget toys there. Let me put them on top of my fidget toys, and then let's see how many we have here. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna write 53 down on a post-it note, and we should be good. But basically, long story short, I got mildly poisoned yesterday, and shocker, I don't feel so good after that. It's 5:30. I'm gonna go home. I need to work on resting and saving up my strength and just make sure that my battery's not completely burned out. And I think getting an autoimmune flare-up from somebody saying that it was just like the stupidest fucking thing ever. I ordered enchiladas and they like toasted the tortilla. Like they literally like put it on like a cast iron and like made it so it was like crunchy. Like my enchilada had a crunchy tortilla. By the way, they also did two tacos on the side, on their side. So it was side, like half moon kind of thing. And then they just poured salsa verde on it. With no cheese, no char, no nothing. It was like fresh salsa verde, like it wasn't even cooked. Like, whatever. It's just so clear that it's just like some white people slop, blah. I don't mean to be a hater, but as somebody who grew up around like actual Mexican food, it genuinely makes me upset. Bad food in general just makes me upset. They were charging $7 for one taco. $7 for one taco at a place that didn't even have booths. And my enchiladas were $17, and part of the reason that I got that was because like, okay, well, if 3 tacos are $21 and the enchiladas are only $17, then like I might as well get 3, because of course enchiladas come with 3 tortillas, but no, they laid them on their side so it didn't look as empty on the plate with their like shitty little small portions. Whatever. Sucks to be poisoned. Sucks to be poisoned. And if anybody asked, did I tell them? I absolutely did. And they said, yeah, our kitchen's really good with that, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna hang out with my cat and my partner, and I'm gonna eat simple, basic food that won't cause me to have an autoimmune flare-up. What a shock. What a standard. What a standard before us all. Happy Thursday. I have been lax with filming because I got poisoned. I've been a little out of commission, and I think that's entirely reasonable. Today, Mella's coming in. I got them a little can of Coke. They should be showing up. I know they're driving from Providence today, so that's a serious drive. We're gonna do a lot of work on stickers, a lot of work on booklets, and then just, you know, create a baseline for these kinds of things. If they have any fidgets that they've done, we're probably gonna finish doing those and then, you know, figure it out from there. But overall, pretty relaxed couple of days, not by my own choice, but, you know, I took the time to do some reading, do some learning, do some, like, personal stuff that I don't usually have a lot of time to do, so that was quite lovely. Yeah, now it's back to the grind. We got some of the koala sticker paper because everybody's talking about koala and how it's amazing. I have just started going to this place called Kiki's Quick Mart. That's just on my way. And it's wonderful. There's so much like little, it's just a convenience store. So there's like a lot of stuff you can get there. You can get a can of Coke for $1.30, and you can get a coffee for $3. And is it the best coffee I've ever had in my life? No. Is it more reliable than Dunkin'? Absolutely. I'm just getting a lot of horrid batches from Dunkin' lately, so. And plus they're local, and they're like, it's a small business. So I'm happy to support whenever, whatever, and I'd rather give my money to them for mediocre coffee than Dunkin', who is quite literally making my taste buds like fall out of my mouth lately. So we're in the middle at Crick or Crack. Definitely not crack, definitely not crick water. But also I don't put any sugar in my coffee really. If I'm at home, I'll do some sweetened condensed milk and make like Vietnamese iced coffee. Vietnamese beans are so hard to find, so like a true Vietnamese coffee is always such a treat. But Cafe Bustelo plus sweetened condensed milk is usually my go-to. So for now, breakfast blend of whatever the fuck, and milk, and that'll get the job done, as they say. Good morning, and by good morning I mean good 1:23. I've spent the morning making a whole bunch of fidgets. I'm still trying to find a balance of like, you know, what I should be doing on a day-to-day basis, and part of that is production. So I am on my way to, I need to go to the storage unit really quick, and then I need to go to the office, grab Melissa's stuff to drop off with her lovely partner. And then from there, I'm gonna go to Carrie at TPI and we have some proofs that need checking, so we're gonna do that. And then I think the Christmas hat cards are in, so we'll get started on those as well. Yeah, the laminator came in yesterday. Our laminator broke and it was this huge thing, whatever. I've had that laminator since my previous business. So it was very old. It was probably like 5 or 6 years old. And I had used it a lot. It was like yellowed. It smelled pretty horrendous. So all these things that were like, maybe we should retire her. And the icing on the cake was that it completely jammed, and then we fixed it. And then after that, there was just a ton of bubbles and it was bad. So if we're doing professional quality stickers, then that is not going to work. But that's the wrap for today. Melissa drop off, Carrie come back, do the stickers. Mel did an amazing job of packing all of those kits. I was just sitting winding yarn all day. And then, you know, we had a couple other small things that we did, but she packed the kits for biggest wholesale order we ever got. So cheers and cheers and cheers. But yeah, that's a strat right now. I'm gonna have Melissa on Leroy's and Walter's. Should be good from there. It's, we have a couple of tasks ahead of us, but I think the fact that we got on it as early as we did, it seems like we're gonna be in a good shape. And so I'm very grateful for that. Looking in a little bit more of like a positive direction. I went through my work phone, which I haven't really gone through in a little bit. There was a ton of B-roll, and so we're gonna be having a bunch of reels and stuff that can come out with all that B-roll, because that's the point of shooting B-roll. So you're supposed to be able to like make content and not just shoot B-roll and have it live in your phone for the rest of your days. So we're doing that. I don't want to overload them in the same way that I did last year. I think, well, I mean, also we have a ton of stock already, and we have a more diversified stock. So it's not like I'm coming up and just being like, hey, I need somebody to make 900 plushies over the next couple months or whatever. So I think we're striking a much better balance this year. And that's the thing, is that you do something one way the first time, and then you're like, I don't know if this was the right choice. We're gonna try it a different way again. So this is a living example of us breathing, growing, adjusting, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, storage unit Melissa's wonderful fiance. And then back to the office. Hello from the office. Everything went well. There was traffic and I had to go through the back roads, and I get so motion sick, and especially with this flare up that I've had after this celiac episode, I felt like I was going to puke. But we made it through. No puking, so that's good. I delivered the first batch of yarn and stuffing to Emily and Melissa, which is great. They are my 2 old hats from last year that are coming back. And then I also met with Carrie at TPI, who does all of our printing. I had her print out 1,500 tiny Christmas hat backs because we sold so many and they were out for such a short period of time. So yep. So I'm just anticipating that it's going to be 1,500 tiny Christmas hats this year is what we're aiming for, which is an obscene amount of tiny Christmas hats, but tiny Christmas hats nonetheless. So they're on a little bit of a different colored paper, but honestly, like, I don't mind. So wait, let me do the vlog thing, the influencer thing. So those are the cards that we have for them. And then basically we have our tiny Christmas hats, which I've started making, and they go, here, I need to grab the tags. So I'm going to start this process. It's not tough while I'm crinkling things. I was just kind of putting them in a bag before, but now that I have the cards, I can actually, like, start putting them, like, to be done kind of thing. Not that, like, oh, one day when it's all finished or whatever. It's like, no, these are done, which is great because especially in such a small space when you have a lot of things that are in progress at the same time, I feel like it's really overwhelming really quickly. So happy to kind of like be able to put something away and like have it be done instead of like, oh, here's another thing we're also working through, you know, along with 900 other things. So you guys ready? We're gonna do the first tiny Christmas hat completed of the season together. So I have my tag. I'm going to put it on the back of these cards that I just got from Carrie. We're going to put our lovely hat on them and scoot it up so you can see tiny Christmas hat. Ta-da! Our first tiny Christmas hat of the year. Only 1,499 to go. Easy. So yeah, I'm gonna start counting those and putting them in bags. We have this on my desk at the moment, so we're gonna finish off those, and then it's sticker time with the new laminator, and then I'm out of here because autoimmune flare-ups, I hate them. It's just my body's in a ton of pain and my immune system is literally attacking my body because, fun fact, celiac, if you have an episode and your celiac gets triggered, basically it's like your body, it's not like anaphylactic shock where, you know, it's hives and it's your throat closing, whatever, like those can be symptoms, but it's just like a different kind, like, because it's an autoimmune disorder, it's just different. So it is, my symptoms that I'm feeling right now is I'm feeling incredibly nauseous. I'm feeling like my head really hurts. Like my headaches have been like off the charts lately, which is saying something, or like off the charts this week, which is really saying something because they've also been very bad because of the weather keeps changing, because of climate change. The weather keeps changing very ridiculously here. So my head's already kind of been messed up, and then you add a celiac episode to it and getting poisoned by a gentrified Mexican restaurant, and it's not fun. So I have been doing a lot of sitting and crocheting at home, which has been lovely. But we have our most incredible fair order that I'm so excited about, for Gather Here. And they requested stickers, so we have to get our little stickers going. And then we'll figure it out from there. I just don't like when there's stuff on my desk, like starting a new project. I'd rather finish off the project that's on my desk. So we are going to make some tiny Christmas hats to start here. That is for sure. We have to make so many of these. And I think these are all, or they're gonna fall on Mel and I's plate primarily. Not Melissa, Mel. And then I also, one of my really good friends' name is Melissa too. So I am surrounded by Melissas, which is very funny because people say that like they're rare. But also I feel like that happens sometimes. What is it, like law of random numbers or something like that? Law of random names. There's gonna be, if everyone has a random name, you're gonna be surrounded, or statistically, there's gonna be people who are surrounded by, you know, the same names over and over again. So mine's Melissa. All Melissas are doing, and it's very funny too because the two Melissas that work for me, Mel and Melissa. Mel just got engaged, and Melissa got engaged last year, and then Melissa's eloping this year with her girlfriend, and Mel just got engaged to their girlfriend, and I'm like, big ups for Melissa's this year. And then my other friend, Melissa, just had a baby too. So the Melissas are doing big things this year. It's big life milestones for Melissa's this year. Also, one last thing that I forgot to say that I do is with the tiny hats, we take a circle sticker and we just put it over the bobby pin in the back, so that way it doesn't move around in transit and you don't remove it off the cart unless you buy it. Just something simple and like helps people not mess with it as much. So, better with this new laminating machine. There are just still some bubbles, which like, I think just comes with time. And I'll look up some tutorials or whatever. Let me cut these out and see how it is. That was hard. It is 6:40 here on Friday. I need to go home, but I want to get this figured out before I go home. So you can see all of these little individual pieces. So I've given it some, I finally figured out how to do this, but basically I have to group all of these little individual elements together and then I can do the offset cut and it'll be fine. It'll be good, but they do not make that easy for you. They do not really tell you how to do that. God bless the one woman who made a Facebook video years ago. You are incredible, you are dynamic, you are wonderful. I think I can do that. So I have to go edit, group, and then I have to go edit. I love when you figure something out. Like when something's just, you're kind of just smashing your head against the wall and then you figure it out and you're like, eat. Okay. Here, edit, group, edit, weld. Oh my god, this is so easy now. I was genuinely clicking every button except for the right ones. It's so hot in here. Okay, edit, group, edit, weld. God. I'm so hot and competent, and I'm really good at figuring shit out. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. This is not that fun, but I finally... The first one literally got eaten by my scan and cut because I didn't stick it down some. These sticky, like Cricut scan and cut, whatever type machines, where you have a mat that the mat, every time you use it, it becomes less sticky, but a certain amount of stick is required to keep the paper on there, but not too sticky, because then your paper will fuse to the mat. Am I prepared to walk that balance? I don't know. It seems like a lot. What if it kind of is? So I'm sweating so much. It's so hot in here. Low-key, you want to like leave the AC running on low or something like that, because like it's low-key disgusting in here. And I don't think it's disgusting because I'm sweating, or because like I'm doing bad. I mean, I am. I'm not. You get the gist. So I've downloaded it to the scan and cut. This is her. So, but I tried to like send it to my scan and cut, or from my scan and cut, like this scan to that, and it didn't work. But if I go retrieve data from the cloud, period, okay, I'm scared about, okay, this looks promising. It says scan the material and make sure it lines up or something like that. Ugh. Like, I don't want to have to adjust everything individually every time. That sounds like hell, and that sounds like there's gotta be a better way. Okay, I'll be anal about this for this first one, and then maybe that means I won't have to be anal about the other ones, because it'll already be done, and it'll be so perfect. No, the issue is not, the issue is the ratio, because it's like a fit to printable area thing by default on the paper when you print it, but on my computer the document's the 8.5 by 11 like it should be. So I think the issue is that because it's just barely not lining up. What if we try and just print it and see, because it's not gonna really work. I think it might work for some of them. I can't do anything about this, the sheet that I haven't in front of me. So my guess is like the middle ones are going to be good. The outside, the like top ones aren't going to be as good. Whoa. This is still really cool though. Hold up. Look, you start to see little lines. That's so cool. God, I do still have to edit the rest of the vlog from last week. I'm done with a lot of it. It's like 40 minutes, that vlog, which you know if you've watched it, or maybe you haven't. Maybe this is the first video you've ever seen, and for some reason you're watching to the end because you rock. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be kind of a little weird. Why'd you do that? Ooh, it went like down and then to the side. Definitely more interesting to watch my face than this thing move. Me when I'm okay. Okay. And this is what I mean about the sticky, oh God. See, look, that's it. Okay, somebody said to try, like, can I have this? Thank you. Like rolling the mat, because that helps. Ooh. That one's still not bad though. I don't hate that. It's not the most ideal it could be. And I'll probably put them in like oops bag. Wait, this eats. Yes. Oh my God, this has literally been like the whole fucking week of me trying to figure this shit out. for this fair order, because I want them to love it so much and be like, oh my god, we want 900,000 other ones because you're so hot and sexy, ha ha ha. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, no, okay. Okay, me when I'm so smart. I'm so fucking smart. Oh, guys, this is gonna be so good. If we can, like, nail this, the sky's the fucking limit. Because we have so many cute little cool ideas. And then, oh my god, yes! Okay, I'm actually very fucking excited about that. I hit something. Okay. So, we're gonna try one more sweaty thing before we go. So, I'm gonna change, if I press print here on my printer for the sticker paper, photo size full page, but it was too small. Because these aren't bad. So it says right now that I'm printing at full page. Oh, okay, so these are good. So here, wait, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so like that's good. These are a little off. This is a little off. This is good. A little off. Perfect. Yeah, so these are the middle ones. So if you can see the middle ones, right? Versus the ones that were at the bottom. So you can see how centered that is and how not centered that is. Okay, but those are still, like, they're still good. Like, I can still put them in, like, oops bags or whatever. Like, I don't want to put something in an oops bag that, like, sucks. Not that these suck. Oh, this is, yeah. No, this is, like, this eats. This eats. And it's so much fucking cheaper if we make them in-house. And I can make so many more of them. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I feel like I have a good handle on it. The thing that I wanted to take care of was, like, if laminator didn't work, if one of my things that I need to order didn't work. But if it's just a size adjustment thing, I feel like I can do that on Monday morning, because I do have to deliver the package to Good and Gather. So, of course, we're cutting it close, which is not ideal. But I am quite delighted by these. Like, this is very good. This is very, very good. Yeah. No, I will absolutely take these. And they're laminated and they're on vinyl sticker paper, so, like, all of that is amazing. It's just getting ratios right, which there will be a way for me to fix it. And if I come in early and do it, whatever, Good and Gather doesn't close until like 6 or whatever. So, like, I'll have a full day to mess around with all the stuff. And now that I know how to do this on the computer, and it actually wasn't that hard, I just need to figure out how to do it, I feel better. Okay, now this is a mildly chaotic place to end the vlog, but we accomplished a lot. Our stickers didn't get eaten. We had a couple of very good stickers. I'm going to do some research on how to not have so many bubbles, because some of them are dead because they have the bubbles in them. I'll take that. I'll take that. That's a dub for today. I'm going to go home. We're going to have some dinner. I'm going to sit in the AC. And I'm going to not work for a couple days. And then when I come back, kick butt. No, I have to finish the vlog. I'm going to finish the vlog. And then I'm not going to work for a couple days. Something about period. Okay. I'm going to leave these under something because some of my other stickers curled. Because our fucking office is in a basement. Because that's what I can afford right now. That does make some of our stuff humid and bend. So I have a dehumidifier. I'm going to dump it out before we leave. I'm going to explode. And that'll be that. I hope you have a lovely start to your week. I know these go out on Sunday now, so rare. Hope you have a lovely start to your week, and I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. I I know it's cringe. It really helps us grow and helps show YouTube that like, hey, this is some cool thing, and like people like hearing this last yap. Anyways, if you made it this far in the video, I very much appreciate you. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Okay, bye!